So I left the kids with my mom, and I normally don't leave them. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Suddenly my Pulse app from ADT goes off.
Hello? Hello, this is DUANE with ADT Security. I got a basement carbon monoxide alarm.
I had to go to a funeral in Delaware, so I was more than 3 hours away. My girls were home with my mom. I just didn't want to take them to the funeral. It was such a long drive in one day.
So I'm an oncologist and I work in Lancaster in the city. And I was seeing patients and I got a phone call from Rachel and she was crying, and so I was concerned that there was something going on.
I'm on a main highway and I pulled off as soon as the app went off. You can't use a handheld device in Delaware. I pulled over, and as I'm pulling over, that's when ADT called me and they told me to get everybody out of the house.
Fortunately, ADT picked up the carbon monoxide leak and then notified her via the mobile app.
Angie started FaceTiming me. Mom, the alarms are going off. We can't get it to shut off. How do we turn it off? I'm like, you need to just leave the house. There's carbon monoxide. The fire company is on their way.
This is ADT Security calling. I'm reporting a residential carbon monoxide alarm.
All right, we'll send the fire department out.
I arrived on scene after we were dispatched for CO leak. I was met in the front yard with the girls.
I was definitely thankful that the firemen came. Right when I heard the sirens, I was like already relieved. They're here really fast. They're gonna save us no matter what. They have to. I asked the firemen, is it safe to go downstairs and get the animals? They said no. So we asked a little bit later, and he said, you can go down just for a little bit, just to get the animals.
They had snakes, I think a couple lizards, and some ferrets, I believe. So there was a little bit of a challenge trying to get everything up once it was safe.
Allie had the snake wrapped around her neck. I had the other snake on my arm. I had the lizards on my shirt because they were crawling everywhere.
If I could talk to the dispatcher from ADT, I would just thank him for, first of all, calling the fire company before calling me.
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Marvin, the Vice President of Customer Care for ADT, and I'd like to welcome all of you here this morning at the home of Rachel Wood and Brian CALABRESE. On behalf of ADT, we wanted to bring DUANE here to meet you in person right here, right now.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Marvin. It's glad to be part of it.
Yeah, thank you. You just kind of forget how emotional that actual day was, you know, and how scary it is knowing that, you know, your kids are, your whole family is in danger.
Well, I've been with ADT 18 years. It's overwhelming, makes me feel really good to meet these people and to see the results of your job, because your job is important. What you do every day is important. And you never know which alarm is going to be the real one, but this shows that it can be and that it is sometimes, and how it impacts other people. It was very nice to meet the family. Very nice.
We had put it right down in the middle inside of their utility room, which is all where everything's located for their heaters, pumps, everything. So that's where I figured the most issues would come from instead of their hallway upstairs.
My office is right by where the pool heater is. I work in the basement, and my daughter has a bedroom in the basement. So if this went undetected, if we didn't have that alarm where we have it, we could have slowly been poisoned. It could definitely have been bad.
I'm very grateful for ADT and for the individual who decided to install the carbon monoxide detection system in the correct place. Without our family, none of the other stuff, all the possessions and jobs that we have wouldn't mean anything. With
carbon monoxide being the silent killer, it is very scary to think that I could have lost my family. You know, my girls are my entire universe, and Brian too. So just knowing that if we didn't have that alarm to alert us, even with the app and everything, and even if we were home, if we were sleeping and we just had one of those plug-in wall units, we wouldn't hear it in the basement because we would have been sleeping. So it definitely could have ended terribly, and we could all be gone.